Safeguarding the vital core of human lives and properties from critical ubiquitous threats in a way that is consistent with long-term fulfillment is the main objective of every community and nation. But behind it is the impossibility of its attainment if we will not going to be prepared and equipped enough to face every circumstance that involves crime. Crime, on the other hand, can be adapted, inherited, or even imitated. As W. E. B. Du Bois quoted, "The chief problem in any community cursed with crime is not the punishment of the criminals, but the preventing of the young from being trained to crime." For today's report, let us know more about crime and how it prevalently functions as the core constraint among the problems that our country is facing, to be discussed by Ignatian Circle 6, starting with Miss Gabo.
Definition of crime, its background, and an overview of the topic crime. Behavior that the law makes punishable is a public offense. The elements of a crime typically come from state use but may also be supplied by the common law in states where the criminal common law still carries force. Crime is behavior either by act or omission defined by statutory or common law as deserving of punishment. Although most crimes require the element of intent, certain minor crimes may be committed on the basis of strict liability even if the defendant had no specific mindset with regard to the criminal action. For instance, parking violations are crimes that usually do not require prosecutors to establish intent. Crimes are prosecuted by government attorneys, and such attorneys represent a country or county, city, and state or the federal government. So crimes are ranked as greater violations of public order or felony, or as lesser violations and are adjudicated according to the rules of criminal procedure. Behavior that the law makes punishable as a public offense. The elements of a crime typically come from state use but may also be supplied by the common law in states where the criminal common law still carries force. Early ideas about wrongdoing were either connected to religion or property. Sin, morality, and blasphemy were the business of the church, who took a key role in a social discipline which focused on biblical teaching. And the church role in defining crime has been seen in many courthouses, particularly in the U.S., which have shown depictions of the Ten Commandments or that feature a sculpture of Moses bearing the Ten Commandments in the precinct outside. Globally, the other faiths are also deeply influential on law and concepts of crime, but often in different ways.
Committing a crime is never a valid choice in life. But when you look at it in a grassroots level way, the reasons for individuals to commit such acts becomes more reasonable and clear when you factor in the three major theories that relate to the idea why crime happens. Sociological theory have helped criminologists aid in reasoning and identifying the motive in crime for a long time. Researchers have proposed various theories, but we will be discussing the three most common, and these are the Chicago School theory, strain theory, and the subcultural theory. The Chicago School theory suggests that poor housing, poor health, socioeconomic disadvantage, and transient populations suggest that crime was influenced by neighborhood dynamics rather than the individuals and their actions. Strain theory suggests that cultural goals and social structures pressure individuals to commit crimes. And lastly, the subcultural theory suggests that rejecting the middle-class cultural goals, youth from the lower class build their own subcultural system that may involve and engage in delicate activities. All of this, or even some of this, may contribute a person's mindset in committing such act and may give motive and enlightened idea on why people do this kind of act at the end of the day.
So thank you for that explanation. What are its effects to the nation and to Filipino people? Crime is present in various forms, remaining a serious issue throughout the country, like illegal drug trade, human trafficking, corruption, and domestic violence. Crime forces local and national authorities to spend billions on the prevention of crime and the detection, prosecution, and punishment of criminals. Crime creates fear for all people. That's why they spend billions to put securities in every places to secure the safety of each people's lives. Experience higher levels of crime are also adversely affected. PNP reported that the crime decreased from 2018 to 2019 according to statistics of indexed and non-indexed crimes. This includes crimes against persons such as physical injuries and sexual assault. And what is the effects to the people? People may become frightened inside or outside in their own home. And it can build a strong emotion such as depression and anxiety. And the long-lasting reaction of a crime is a post-traumatic stress disorder or PTSD, feeling constantly on the alert or getting paranoid, and the most is difficulty of trusting people. All of the feelings are natural part of dealing with a crime. That's all. May I call in the next presenter?
The programs that the government, national and international organizations, and even individuals are doing to help solve and prevent this problem would be the Police Integrated Patrol System, LGU Peacemaking Operation, Anti-Criminality Operation, Public Safety Services. So in the integrated patrol system is that the PNP vigorously pursued its operational programs with the implementation of LOI. LOI means Letter of Instructions. States that member of the Philippine National Police shall embrace the highest principle of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. The Police Integrated Patrol System, or PIPS, dated November 27, 2010, directing all units to enhance crime prevention and solution. The LOI calls for the pursuit and intensification of high police visibility. For example, foot and mobile patrols, and then anti-criminality and police security operations like Oplan, Bakal, and Sita, campaign against motorcycle riding criminals, and other police interventions. And then the second thing, LGU peacemaking operation defines that peacemaking efforts may also be undertaken by unofficial and non-governmental groups or by a prominent personality working independently. There is a difference between peacekeeping and peacemaking. For the purpose of the peacemaking is defined as a military unit which stands between two opposing armies to enforce peace. That is peacekeeping. While peacemaking is an active military operation to achieve peace. And then the third program would be anti-criminality operation. The anti-criminality operation ensures the security, the public order, and the safety for everyone. The regional security and public order are essential elements in building the foundation for exclusive growth, a high trust and resilient society, and globally competitive knowledge and economy. And then the fourth program would be the public safety services. The public safety services refers to the welfare and protection of the general public. It is usually expressed as a governmental responsibility. Most states have Department for Public Safety. The primary goal of the department is prevention and protection of the public from dangers affecting safety such as crimes and disasters.